Hey everybody, inside the red. Welcome back to Shining Song Starnova. I'm still battling the fucking bullshit popping that that apparently appeared in the last episode, even though I didn't. I'm just, it's pissing me off. It really is. It just keeps doing it, and I don't fucking. Moving on. Right. Okay. So producer Son and Julia had a little bit of a moment in the hallway where she tried to quite physically come on to him, as it were, and now we're getting this ominous and yeah. Okay, let's just see what's the damage, officer? November 14th, morning. I'll never forget that fateful day. I slapped the morning's tablet against my desk. Watanabe Julie, secret sex life of the producer. Fuck. I had come to work expecting positive responses on social media about our latest live, but instead I received nothing but the usual shit posts and bullshit. Of course, the entire article was nothing but the usual BS. Just a collection of blurry black and white photographs, rumors, he said and she said, and insinuations. Basically just the same old yellow journalism sabotaging us at every turn. The only difference was the paparazzi weren't that far from the truth this time. Could they already been the Julie's growing infatuation with me? Probably not. There was nothing separate in this story from the nonsense they printed daily. As a practical matter, all I had to do was issue the usual press statement dismissing all the allegations, and everyone would move on without batting an eyelash. But this story highlighted my greatest fear. I had become a liability for Starnova. Given that today's tabloid contained nothing more than unsubstantiated gossip, well, I mean, you know, if the media actually uncovered actual evidence, then for the sake of everything the girls had done to reach this point, I couldn't let that happen. Okay, yeah, but firing her immediately after you have this, that's just gonna make it worse. Like, you said it would be bad, you know, firing her so soon after announcing her as a sinner. Firing her as soon after announcing her as a sinner, and then soon after this came out, that's a whole new level of dumpster fire. You're just pouring on the gasoline, man. I had to do something. I had to do something stupid. Kato-chan, no. Julie and Sasami were walking back to the office after recording a guest appearance on a talk show when rain began to fall from the overcast sky. Fitting. Yes, foreboding. Uh-oh, do you have an umbrella? Yeah, it's on the forecast this morning's gonna rain. That's good, I have one too. The two of them opened their umbrellas and walked along the dreary road. I never knew Julie had feelings that for Producer-san. Really? Honestly, I wasn't sure if Producer-san was your type or not. Me neither, to tell the truth. You know, he makes me feel different from all the other guys I've hung out with before. Like, I feel like I can close my eyes and let him direct me where to walk. Every day I feel this anxiety that my life's just gonna fall apart in any moment. Because it is, you know. The only thing I'm good at is making bad decisions and fucking shit up. No, it doesn't have to be that way, you know. When I'm with him, I think I can count on him. It makes me forget about my worries for a bit. Producer-san really is a reliable guy, isn't he? But you know, he's really so stuck up. And he does nothing but give me the cold shoulder when I'm sure that he feels the same way about me.
Unread messages at your private terminal, Commander.
He's only doing what's best for you. Right now, everyone's giving it their all to become popular idols. He just wants you to succeed. I'm sure he'll properly wait for you to graduate in a few years and then finally accept your feelings once you're no longer an idol. I can't wait that long. Life's really too short, you know? Ellipses. Oh, sorry. You had a thing for him too, didn't you? Sorry, I didn't mean to poke at an open wound. Well, it just can't be helped. Besides, I decided I'm gonna give it my all to become an idol. Obviously, relationships with men can be figured out after I've accomplished my goal. Yeah, what a model Japanese citizen you are. Well, I really do want to become an idol after all. I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I want him so bad. Why? But I know that this is going to screw everything up. Sometimes you just wish you had never been born, you know? You don't have to deal with all these kinds of situations. Okay. No way. I'm sure you'll figure something out. All you have to do is be patient. Yeah, be patient. Wait for him to stab you in the back. You're seriously the Lamb of Starnova, aren't you? Oh, fucking joy. Okay, well, what the fuck was that? Oh, I don't fucking care. Just go and meet that fucking shit. By the afternoon, and the entire membership of the unit have returned to the office after their respective jobs. Exactly as planned. We're scheduled to begin shooting the PV for our new song at the Soma building starting this evening. Taking advantage of the fact that everyone is already assembled, I faced them for an impromptu team meeting. Alright everyone, our live was a pretty big success, but it'll be just a little firecracker compared to the shockwaves this newest PV will bring to the unit. I can't talk. The theme of this PV is liberation. Based the song's message is about tearing off your restrictions and running free unhindered. That's our excuse for getting you to wear less clothing in our shows and everything. That's what we're going with because it's artistic. Yes, honey, that's what it is. In other words, it's oh, there you go, Maria. In other words, it's about undressing and running around naked, right? Well, yeah. I think the idea the lyricist wanted to convey was the feeling of taking off your bra upon returning home after a long day of work. Not that producers might be able to understand what that feels like anyways, nor would you. Okay, well, I don't know. Anyways, someone's projecting this PV would be a make it or break it moment for Starnova. Who knows? Maybe it'll really be as popular as Quasar or Platinum Class once the PV airs. Of course, they've already set up our next handshake event to well, PV as well. Get this, it'll be at Yogi Park, and we're planning to sell a record 10,000 tickets. That'll be our biggest event on record. Pretty unbelievable how far we've come, huh? Feels like we finally become big idols. Of course we become big idols. Exactly as I predicted. But with that said, I want to reiterate one thing. Now that we've become popular, it's also inescapable the paparazzi are following us everywhere trying to dig up the next big scoop. As you undoubtedly are aware, they've already been running negative stories about us in the papers ever since our first big PV with Soma Music. Of course, none of what they're saying is true, and our fans know better than to believe they're nonsense. But each and every one of you needs to be extra diligent from now. Once again, as your producer, I need to stress that all relationships with men are expressly forbidden by the terms of your contract. Due to the recent press scrutiny, Shining Productions will be adopting a zero-tolerance policy for any kind of close relationships with men outside of your families. Do you all understand? Your life is the company. Your life for the company. All hail the company. Thank you for being understanding, everyone. Thank you for being compliant is what you mean. I know being an idol isn't easy, but Shining Productions will do everything possible to make your sacrifices well worth in the end. You have my word. What was the fucking, like, it was the thing that was ground into your goddamn head in the fucking Mad Hatter level in Malice 2. Like, substantial rewards in heaven. Yes. Well, I already figured that romance is out of the question as long as I want her to be an idol. Of course it is. What kind of self-respecting idol would have demeanor value by screwing around? I can't choose anyone like that around me anyways. Me too. Me three. Indeed, Nemu Nemu shall redouble her efforts to become a shining idol. Julie? Huh? Well, whatever. With that, let's make this PV a huge success. Someone's really invested big with this release, and it's been playing everywhere, on the TV, the internet, and billboards all across the nation. You guys really could become the next big thing. Just hang on a bit longer. Ah yes, a shot of the sky. Sun and clouds and... With that, we found out of the company van and drove off over to the Soma office to shoot our PV. Oh, an idol was more than a girl. She was a symbol. She was beautiful but modest, celebrated but humble, sexually available but not allowed to get into relationships. All Japanese ideas are paradoxes after all. Contradictory. self-defeating. When I was young, I hated all of it. I hated having to fit in with everyone else. I thought everyone around me were logical fools marching along with whatever the herd did. I rebelled. But in the end, I realized that my efforts were futile. Adult society was so different from the days of my youth. I thought that I was important. The world would treat me fairly. And no matter what, nothing really bad could happen to me. But as I grew older, I realized my life was a far more fragile thing than I could have imagined. If I followed the rules, I could continue to exist, maybe even do well in life. In the end, we had rules in place that civilization could continue. I looked on from behind the camera as the scenes of the PV played out. Girls running around in lingerie, trick camera shots to make them look naked and they really weren't. Every gratuitous shot meticulously planned and framed in the four corners of the film. Every shot shouting to the mass that these beautiful girls were available for you. And yet, the celebratory tone of the PV was entirely lost on me. What the hell was this charade? In the end, they knew that nobody was going to end up getting their hands on these girls. Powerful men and women had invested their money into making them into profitable commercial assets. All the producers of a small talent agency like me could do was just keep his head down and serve the interest of his company. Besides, I wasn't young and immature anymore. I wasn't young, Kaoru-chan, anymore. Every day, people like me fabricated the grand myth that was something out there destined to be, someone out there destined to be with you. That the girl you had your eyes on was the one. The one. That true love was a special thing which came only once in your life. That if you let the one go, then you would never again find happiness. That's right, don't let Neo go. But real life wasn't like that. I knew even if the one was a lost cause, that is fucking Babylon 5, Jesus. Was a lost cause that life would go on, another girl just as wonderful would eventually appear. I couldn't lose hope just because things weren't meant to be with Julie. The first day of the shoot concluded. I fixed the girls once they got off the set, and I finished, standing in the back having my silent monologue. Everyone did really well today. I'm sure the PV will turn out great. Now get dressed. Let's all go back tomorrow and keep up the good work. Okay. Ellipses, fuck off. I waited in the set for the girls to return. Behind me, I heard the door open. I turned around and saw two men walk into the soundstage. The older gentleman in the suit spoke to me while the young man stood beside him. Oh, hi Kyle. Good day. It's nice to finally meet you, producer-san. That's what everyone calls you now, isn't it? Good day, Ashiduru-san. You've come out on time. This is Kyle-kun. He's one of the talents signed under Summer Music, who's been helping manage. Ashiduru pointed out the attractive-looking kid standing beside him. Good day. From the band, whatever the fuck that's supposed to stand for, right? You know them? Of course. Good to see new young talents like Kyle-kun into the business, isn't it? Listen to this, Kyle-kun. Producer-san here was just like you when he first started out. That must have been 10 years ago? That's so. It's all ancient history now. Very ancient to the point where my name has been buried. I'm just part of management now. Still, it's good to have someone on board Summer's Boys Wave project. On board Summer's Boys Wave project with the first-hand experience. As I was in the middle of speaking with Ashiduru-san, the girls returned. Right on time. I turned to face everyone. Everyone, I've got someone to introduce to you. What's going on? Who's this new man? Come, gather around. Now, this is sudden, but I have an important answer to make. Oh! No. So that's what he's doing. Okay. Never mind. That isn't what I expected at all. I'm going to be transferring out of time production staff to work on a major project with Sun Music soon. Well. Okay. I did not see. It makes sense, but I didn't see it coming. Okay. The girls all looked at me as if a bomb had gone off behind me. We're looking at Ashitaru-san here as a possible candidate to replace me as Starnova's new producer. Nice to meet you, everyone. I'm Ashitaru. Ashitaru? I don't know how to... I keep fumbling the pronunciation. Now, I know I don't have much to produce on good looks, but I hope we get along well with you. Shitaru-san's got decades more experience than me in this business, and has produced countless big-name units. And if Starnova's might have become a major idol group, you'll need a more seasoned hand lead you to the top. I think Shitaru-san is the man for the job. Even though this is an unexpected development, please understand that it's in the unit's best interest. No way. Even if you put it like that, this is too sudden. Piku's not going to be our producer anymore? But it's only thanks to his work that we... Of course, I'm not saying I'm just going to disappear into thin air. This transfer won't be complete until after the release of this PV. Maria, as general manager, please guide the others during the transition period. I know this change won't be easy, but it's one of the necessary steps to ensure Starnova's bright future. Yeah. Alright. Dusan's got a point. Besides, we're all pros here. Regardless of who's producing us, we've all got to keep doing our best. Ah, Nae-sama exactly right. These kinds of staffing changes happen all the time in business. In the end, we're all just workers in a company. It's only natural that people get transferred as the times change. Despite Maria and Aki's reassurances, the other members of the unit still looked somberly at their shoes. Meanwhile, Julie stood in the back with her face down, her hands balled up into two fists. I knew this wasn't going to be easy for her. Arrogant prick that I am. I mean, it's a point, sure, but at the same time, come on. But it's the only way to prevent her from ruining her idol career for my sake. And in the end, this was the only responsible action I could take as everyone's producer. Is it though? Is it? Is it really? Is it? I mean, it's an action you can take. But is it the unknown date? What? I mean, unknown date. We've entered the forbidden zone. Where did everything go wrong? I thought I had done everything for the sake of Starnova's continued success. But to think such a horrible tragedy would occur. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that because what the fuck is going on now? Are they yanking my leg, or are they about to stab me in the heart and jerk the knife around? Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Fuck!